Good morning. Today we are just about to commence another one of my rail hikes. We are in Rozella, as you can see in the board behind me. The time is very early in the morning. The temperature is around 18 degrees, quite chilly, despite my not wearing any cold gear. The Rozella is at 1130 meters in elevation from the sea level. So our target is to trek from Rozella to Galabada. There are 4 main stations between these two, including Rozella and Galboda. Rozella, then we will go to Ihala Watawala and then Galabada. The total length of this hike is about 15 kilometers. So I would expect from our walking speed it will take about 5 to 6 hours. So there is another train coming from Galabada at in the early afternoon. So our plan is to try and catch it, and if possible pay a visit to the beautiful and mysterious Galabada waterfall. Anyway, this is Rozella, this is Sri. We are just about to commence one of our mysterious and beautiful rail hikes. My two trekking partners, Prasa and Anna, are already ahead of me. Let's go and join with them and enjoy. Cheerio! Okay, now we have been trekking for the last 40 minutes so. This is one of those nice beautiful S-bends. We are actually expecting the Nanoe bound M6 train at any minute. But as usual, typically of the M6 ladies, she is late. We thought we'll stop for a quick bite, have our first meal of the day. Over there is the main road, Colombo-Hatton main road. And there's also a very special place here because this railway line runs in a very straight line for about 300 meters. So the total distance we must have covered for about 1.2 kilometers. The point we are staying here is almost at the 102nd mile post. You can see my friends taking their first meal of the day. It's a nice cozy hut there. They are enjoying the Colombo-Hatton road and its vehicles. And I'm going to show you this straight bit of railway line, which is quite rare in the upcountry line. This is the straight bit, about 300 meters. So these are the stretches where the S12 lady runs quite fast. Alright, I'm getting hungry. Go grab some food and continue our journey. We got 15 kilometers to cover today. Okay people, we are now in Ihala Watawala station. You can see this is the Ihala Watawala station board. This is the first station you come across when you start trekking from Rozella. I'm actually now trekking along this platform. This is not a main station just like Rozella or Watawala. This is located right in between the two stations. Today the train which was supposed to come at 6:30 is getting really late. You can see there are two people and they are just going to not wait for the train. And this is the station, and typically this doesn't open unless there is a train coming to stop by, and it's a very nice place. So once again, let me get you a very closer view of the train and probably the railway timetable. That's the interior of the station. So there was supposed to be a train at 6:25, but as you can see, that didn't turn up. Right, let's go and move towards the Watawala station. See the beauty of this upcountry railway line between Rozella and Galabada. Okay people, now we have arrived at Watawala station, and there was nothing very much interesting to video between Ihala Watawala and Watawala. So we decided to walk all the way up here. So we have covered almost 5.5 kilometers in terms of distance. It's taken us a little over 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes to be exact. That includes 20-minute breakfast break. But we heard this bad news that one of the trains, the morning train towards Kandy, has derailed in Rozella, between Rozella and Hatton. So as a result, the railway is sort of like curtailed probably at Navalapitiya and at Hatton on the other side. So we are sort of like stuck because we were banking on the 110 train at Galboda to come back to Rozella. It looks like we'll have to find an alternative way. There is a footpath through the tea estates to Watawala from Galabada, so we might have to use that one. That is unless the railway workers repair the line and get the train back on track. Right, as you can see, this is the Watawala station at 994 meters elevation. So it's gonna be quite an interesting journey, and this is the station. So we'll go and speak to the station master and see the status on the railway derailment. Right, we'll see you on our way, people, and somewhere between Watawala and Galboda. This is the Badula-bound train, but she's coming a little late because of the derailment between Rozella and Hatton. Let's see. Alright, here comes the M6 lady. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to Badula because it's a very small train. I think the railway timetable that I downloaded from the railway site is not very accurate. Right, this is anyway we are at a very important place because this is one of the places where the M6 engine has caved in and gone into the ground, and it had remained there for a long time. Afterwards they had to redo the railway line a little off. However, it's happy news because they managed to dig it up and still in use, if I'm not mistaken. Right, let's go closer and have a look. Okay, this is a very important place. This is probably the only place where something like that happened in Sri Lanka. Okay, people, this is the place where at once one of the M6 had caved in. The place is ahead of this shed you can see in front of me, but I'm going to show you the old railway line. Now this is the new line, but the railway line apparently had been running on this side. You can see the railway bridge, the ancient railway bridge is still remaining. So they had to redo the railway line in order to avoid that caved in place. I think if we go further towards Galabada, we should be able to see that place correctly. And yeah, that's the old railway line. Let's go further up and see if we can spot the place. Alright, see you at that place. It's very close by. Alright, we have come to this place. Unfortunately, it's fully overgrown with mana trees and all. Now they have also built an image house to commemorate this occasion, and I wonder if you can see it clearly here because the sunlight is also very harsh. There's a bit of like a depression in the grass, if you can see. Right, I wonder if you can see that, but there is clearly a sign of a depression in the ground, so that's where the engine had caved into the ground and had remained there for a long time, but our railway workers had managed to dig it up and put it back into service. Because for us Sri Lankan railways, every engine matters a lot, because we are so pressed for the engines and we are so under-resourced. Now we've been trekking for a very long time. Now the sun is fully up. It's so hot. Yeah, actually in Watawala, this place is very close to Watawala station. Watawala used to be record the highest precipitation in Sri Lanka, but since recently she has lost her rain to Galboda, that is off the Aranigal, if you have heard. There's also a trail to the holy peak Sripada through Galboda. So the Galboda receives the most amount of rain now in Sri Lanka. Anyway, we are on our way towards Galabada. Hopefully our railway workers will repair the line between Rozella and Hatton, where the morning train had derailed. We just saw one M6 lady going upwards. According to the railway timetable, she was the one going towards Badulla. I wonder if she was going all the way to Badulla, because she had only a few carriages and one of them was a goods carriage. Anyway, let's go and see, folks. Now actually we are entering into a deep jungle, because the terrain between Watawala and Galboda, which is about 10 kilometers in length, is running through this thick forest. So that's gonna be like a forestry railway hike. Alright, stay with us and we'll meet you once again somewhere in the trek. And you can see this S-line railway line, which is quite typical of the upcountry railway. Okay, I'm like panting, so it's time for me to have a sip of water and continue my journey. Stay tuned, folks. Right, now we are in this, you can see, forestry patch between Watawala and Galboda. It's like so claustrophobic at times, but my two friends are going really fast, so it's not easy for me to catch up with them. But I just thought I'll just show you the beauty of this railway line here. It's just amazing sight, people. So tranquil, so calm and quiet, absolutely breathtaking, plenty of greenery. So this is a stretch that we are going to enjoy to the max. So typically in Watawala area, usually the railway line runs parallel to the main road, Hatton-Colombo road. So there's plenty of noise and there are houses also. But in this stretch, it's this beautiful forest and you just feel that you are all alone here. So you have the entire railway line for yourself, especially on a day like this when the trains are not running not so frequently because of the derailment between Rozella and Hatton. Once again, I'm hoping they are going to fix it, because otherwise we'll have a long detour back towards Rozella. Alright, we'll see you once again with stretches like this. Who can resist such beauty when you are trekking in the railway line of Sri Lanka? You can see this jungle railway trek between Galabada and Watawala that runs for almost 10 kilometers. You can see that's beautiful over there. Did you just see the Alabama train that started from Kandy? That Chinese lady will have to park at Watawala and wait, because today there's a derailment between Rozella and Hatton, as I have been telling you all this time, but we are hoping, against hope, fingers crossed, that they will fix it, and so that we will be able to return without an incident. So a lot of railway workers though who maintain this railway line oil the line and spot any problems such as derailments, earth slips and all these things. As we speak, you can see one of them is coming towards us. It's just a beautiful day for trekking, especially railway trekking, and we are just on our way to Galabada along the railway line. And these are the people who keep this railway line operational right throughout. Just amazing how dedicated these people are. Alright people, we just passed the 157.5 kilometer post. We probably have another about 7 kilometers or so to reach Galabada. See you on the way once again. People, I'm sure you must have been wondering why there wasn't a tunnel yet, because the reason is there are no tunnels between Rozella and Galabada. In fact, there are no tunnels between Hatton and Galabada. So that's a long stretch in the upcountry railway line where you don't get a tunnel. Quite surprising. But to compensate for that, just passing Galabada towards Nawalpatti, there are two tunnels back to back. Tunnel, bridge, just like that. So that's one of those remarkable engineering marvels in the upcountry railway lines, where you get two tunnels and two bridges back to back. So this is probably one of those places where it came almost close to building a tunnel, but they managed to cut through this line and go into the other side. There is still no word of the derailment repair. Nevertheless, we are on our way. We actually have about another, if my mathematics is correct, another 4 to 5 kilometers to reach Galabada. You can see this is a beautiful place, so that's why I thought I'll just do a quick video here. Either side of the rocks you can see the water is seeping through. So this is the wet country, so usually there's plenty of water here. You can see there are patches where the railway line is quite lit by the sunlight. That's why I'm wearing my sunshades. Alright, we'll go ahead and see some more beautiful sceneries of this upcountry railway line. Right, this is another bit of the stretch on this road. You can see my two partners are ahead of me, but they have now taken a break because one of my friends has in fact had a broken shoe, so he has to keep mending it with his shoelace. That's not an easy task, especially when you have to walk on this rocky railway line. The time is now past 10:30, so we are expecting the Podimanike, because Podimanike was supposed to come to Galabada at 10:17, so she should be on her way. Even though she is coming, I don't think she will be able to continue her journey today as planned, because she will have to park at Watawala and wait for that derailment fixing. What we have seen recently is they have relaid this railway line with concrete sleepers or brand new these wooden sleepers, because I think you must have known that the upcountry railway line speed has come down dramatically over the years because the maintenance is not done on time of the railway line. Most of the places in these bends, the speed is around 10 to 15 kilometers, so it takes about 10 to 12 hours from Colombo to Badulla. However, after this maintenance, especially the S12 lady should be able to pick up on her speed and cut down on that time. Alright, I will definitely video the Podimanike lady if she happens to come our way. Okay, here we go. You can see these newly laid concrete sleepers, because either side of these rocky boulders on this railway line are getting so wet and soggy, so it's simply impossible to maintain this railway line. So they have to raise it using rocks and then build that on concrete sleepers in order to maintain the stability and keep it strong and steady. You can see this is another place where it has come almost close to building a tunnel, but once again there is not enough overhang cover of those rocks, so this is not a tunnel. So now I might have to wobble you a bit because I'm going to jump into the railway line once again, which means I will have to hobble from one railway line, one sleeper to the other. I'm just trying to give you as good a view as possible. And see, I really wish we were able to see Podimanike from here, but she's nowhere to be seen. She's either getting late or held up at Galabada or Nawalpitiya. Alright folks, if I were to go further, it means plenty of wobbling, so I might as well stop here and do another video later on. Okay people, we just saw Podimanike going past us. She went towards Watawala. So that means there were 3 trains that we saw. The morning M6, we saw it very close to Watawala. Then the Alba-bound Chinese lady and this Podimanike. This is also a very important place here. This is the Dekinda station. It's a very substation, small one. So only a few trains with the goods and oil carriages train stops here. What's important is they actually repainting the deck in the board. You can see they are doing it. So this is a very beautiful scene. I'm just discreetly doing them. You can see them deck in the board quite clearly, and they are painting it. It's a beautiful sight. Alright, tell me you want to go it closer. That's close enough. That's a beautiful sight. Alright, I think we're about 1.5 kilometers away from Galbada station. We should be able to get there with luck in about half an hour or so. Right folks, let's carry on. We were also informed by these people that we can see the top of the Galbada falls too. Let's go and find out. We are very close to the Galbada station and we just passed Dekinda station. If you saw the previous bit of this video, if you've been following us from Rozella, so this is probably the penultimate footage before we reach Galabada station. Galabada is a very significant place because the last time I visited, there was this notice saying Galabada boasts one of the water in Galabada is one of the highest in density. I'm not quite sure whether it's in highest in density in Sri Lanka, South Asia or Asia. So we are just going to station and find it out. And anyway, surprisingly it was very tasty when we came last time. That was about 3 to 4 years ago. And this is the path we came on from Dekinda, and we can see there are plenty of mountains that we can see bordering Nawalpitiya. Remember Dolosbagi mountains and gigantic Kabaragala, which we climbed some time ago, is also in Nawalpitiya. And I'm just trying to show you towards Galabada and Nawalpitiya side. Behind me you can see those mountains. Close to Dekinda station we could see Ambuluava of Gampala and many other mountains, but they were so far away and there were a lot of obstacles, so I didn't do a video. You can see my travel partner Prasanna is ahead of me, and Anna is nowhere to be seen. He's sort of like run down the railway line towards Galabada station. Alright people, let's go to Galabada station, explore that water story and end our journey from there. We will probably continue towards Galabada Falls, providing there is enough time, because our next train is due at 1:10. Let's go and see. Even though I told you before that the previous video was going to be the penultimate one, I had to show you something very special. There is this lady who is worth seeing again and again. This is the lady Kabaragal. I know the name doesn't sound too good for a beautiful lady like her, but just look at this composition. This tree and that beautiful mountain range bordering Dolosbage mountains beyond that. Remember, we climbed this beauty some time ago. Let me get in closer so that you can get a better view. That's the Kabaragala mountain. She's called Kabaragala because she looks like a water monitor lying down when seen from a distance. Right, we are almost touching distance. We'll go to Galabada and see more. Okay people, we have arrived in Galboda station, and the good news is Colombo bound train is coming, so which means I believe the derailment has been fixed between Rozella and Hatton. That's excellent news, which means we can go in the 1:10 train as planned to our destination in Rozella. Right, we are just waiting. While we are waiting, I'll show you the Galboda station. Probably with this I can end our journey. You can see the Galboda station. Prasanna and Anna taking the much needed break, and there are plenty of people waiting on the platform. You can see the station master with the tablet and the station towards there. Right. Alright, here comes the beautiful lady. I wonder if it's a Chinese lady. Looks like a Chinese lady. That's very little noise. We are waiting. We are waiting. Okay. There is. Right. This is the farewell from Galboda. That's how they have written it. Actually, this is Galboda or Galabada, and Galboda name comes from one of these signposting, because during the colonial era, that's how they have spelt it, like Galboda. And there's an abandoned tea factory here. I don't know if you can see that board over there. It says Galboda State Galboda. That's quite funny. And nevertheless, so we have just finished our railway hike, trekking on the railway line for 15 kilometers, and it took us about almost 6 hours. Our plan was to go and visit the Galboda waterfall, but we heard that Udratamanic is coming here around 12:40, so we just thought to go back rather than going and wasting more time, because that might be, we don't know, because of the derailment that there'll be any more delays. So we want to make sure that we go home soon. We might come another day to visit the Galboda. Anyway, I've seen Galboda before, but these days she should be nice and beautiful because of the rains. Nevertheless, this is the Galboda station behind me. So this is, I think it's time to call it a day and end it. We might even probably do a video from Rozella, just to sum it up, because that's where we started at 6 o'clock this morning. If we do that, that'll be the last video, failing which it's going to be goodbye from Galboda. This is Sri, Prasad and Anna saying goodbye from Galboda station. See you again with another hike, folks.